If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 546. Still Got Game's official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
And I'm Brian Shadow Emmerich.
And we're missing a Selden tonight.
Yeah, that's
It
all right.
happens. Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. If there's anyone unreliable, it's Selden. So
Nah. Everybody needs a mental break sometimes, just need to like chill and not do anything. And I get it.
yeah, I hear you. I don't agree with it, but I hear you. I think Selden could have just as well have been with us this evening, but
That's all right.
he is not. So it's just Shadow and I, and
That's right.
I'm sure this will be a shorter show than with only two of us. So
You never know, but yeah, maybe. I mean, sometimes we draw things out a little bit long, but we don't have a ton to talk about tonight, so maybe it will be.
it's well, let's just jump right in the show proper, and we'll start off with the mailbag for feedback and voicemails and questions from our previous episode. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, 773-527-2961 or podcast@toolplay.com. If you want to craft your voicemail as a WAV file and spend time editing it and making it seem like you're a total professional, yeah, it'll cut you off after a minute. So let's start off. Peacock. Why can't anyone have a normal name?
Peacock.
Peacock 69420. Yes, yeah,
Okay.
that's where we're going with this. Peacock 69420 asks, when do you all? I hate this fucking y'all.
When do
When do
you?
you all decide to buy games? I usually coordinate with my friend group to make sure we have the same one to play together. Do you do this, or do you just buy whatever and hope your friends will too?
Well, I mean, personally, these days I mostly play more single player games. I don't really coordinate too much because I don't play too much online with friends anymore. Although I mean, there are situations where I do, but usually it's something where it's like, oh, it's on Game Pass, so we all have Game Pass, so
So,
we can all just
and everybody's got it either way.
instantly they
Yes,
can
yeah.
download it or they can cloud stream it or something.
Yep.
You barely even have to worry about it. Um, but when I used to buy games like that and I was actually buying them, yeah, I mean, I think that my friend group kind of all played the same type of games, so we would all be already getting that particular game, say like a Halo game or something, for instance, we would all
Yeah.
already be getting it day one. So usually I didn't have to coordinate too much, but these days, what I usually do is I will kind of make a list, a mental list, and if it's not on Game Pass, I will wait until it's on sale and buy it then. And by that time I've decided if I really, really want it, and it's on sale, so I'll grab it. But it usually for me, because my backlog is so big, sales are usually the thing for me.
Fair enough. Yeah. I like I know certain shooter games I want to play with Mr. GBMS, but uh yeah, other stuff like I'm like, oh, that looks interesting, that looks cool, whatever. But yeah, I don't do that sort of planning either. Um but there are games that I do want to play with friends, and so Mr. GBMS and I like coordinate on Call of Duty games and Halo games and all these sort of things. But yeah, for the most part, like I'll just get what I want to play, and if it's a multiplayer game, and it's not a game breaker for me if I have to play it myself. So yeah,
Sure. And I think it just depends on your age range, or just if you have a lot of friends that all play the same stuff together online, that's gonna really
Yeah,
dictate a
yeah,
lot of how you buy things. Plus, you maybe you just buy things that, oh, I'm listening to a podcast or something. They recommended a game, and oh, I'm gonna go check that out. And oh, it's
yeah.
cheaper. I don't care about the price, and I'm just gonna grab it. So it can just depend on your personality, can depend on your friend group, and just sometimes your age, and whether or not you have time to play online games or can meet up with people to play online, or if you just play when you can play, and then you play more single player. So in that case,
Yeah,
that
that's
stuff
true
you're not
too.
really worried about. You're not really worried about like time frame for single player games because you can pick them up whenever, and it doesn't really matter if everyone's playing it because you play it on your own time. So
Exactly. Yep. No, I agree. All
cool.
right. Racist hater asks, I was recently turned on to your show by my comp sci professor.
Wow.
Credits there. Yeah, good shit. Uh, it was in response to me talking about going into game development, and he said that your show would steer me away from that path. Uh, are there specific episodes I should listen to? I can't point you to specific episodes, but I would always say do not go into game dev. If you're a coder, work for a real company and write code. It's the game development industry is not friendly uh to the folks that do the work. They basically put out a game, lay everyone off, and then rehire people, and it's not a sustainable career. Um, so
Yeah.
I would go against this, but and I'm a comp sci person myself. I came from a comp sci background, um,
Same.
but I would never want to work in the game industry. So just uh, uh, if you go back through our back catalog of episodes, you'll hear this over and over and over again. But I can't point you to a specific episode. So
Yeah, I would say just listen to the last year or so and you'll hear enough of it. Um, I mean, in
no.
general, I agree with that. Although, I mean, we need game devs because we want to play games. Okay, so there's that. So how do you say no one should be a game dev? I don't think that's true, but I think that maybe you should go into coding for something else that's more lucrative and stable
Yep.
first.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then if you maybe do game dev as like a side thing, or once you are stable and you can take risks with your finances or your life or moving around or what have you,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe try to go into game dev. Because then at least when you do probably get inevitably laid off after a game's done, then you are still okay. And by that time you've learned how to use it for other things, and it's just a valuable skill anyway, and you're going to be using it for, maybe just making other regular types of software, not games necessarily, for a
Yep.
company that's going to actually stick around and keep you around and benefits and things like that. So I would say jump in if you don't care about your current situation. You're cool about just like throwing caution to the wind, or
Yep.
jump in after you have established yourself, you're stable, and you're okay with taking a risk later on in life. But in that middle area, it's probably not a good idea.
No. And like Shadow kind of hinted to, like maybe like nowadays with jobs being remote and no one knows what you're actually doing, like you may be able to have two jobs, and you could have your real job and you could in your off hours do all this game dev coding and have two jobs. So uh I, I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do, especially as someone that hires people to code. Um, but yeah, maybe that's your better method is get a secure job and then get a contract job for a game company and write code in your spare time. We all have.
Spare time, not like during your other
Yes,
jobs.
certainly not. We're not advocating
No,
to double dip,
one job
but
at a time during the
yes,
day.
yes. But we're saying like when your day is done at 5, you probably have 5 to
Your time's
11
yours, you know?
to do what you want. But
Yeah,
uh, yeah,
yeah.
it's just it's too. It's a tumultuous industry where they constantly abuse their talent and then lay them off and then rehire them at a lower rate and then rinse and repeat. So, yeah, I definitely would not do that as your primary job, but yeah, your professor is balls on here, and actually, like I'm super glad to say that like I, I'm glad that we have college professors listening and that they've gleaned something from the show. Um, if nothing else, that's not the industry you want to be in. Um, so yeah, if you want to dabble in it, do that on your off time. But yeah, definitely stick with a real job in a real non gaming industry. And I know it sounds terrible because this is a gaming podcast, but yeah, these guys that do this get fucked. And I have so many friends in the industry that have been fucked over and over and over. So, yeah, just get a job. And if you want to dabble on the side, do that. So,
What he means is get a job in something that's stable and maybe boring, but also you could do other things too on
yes,
top of that.
exactly. Yes. Uh,
Something that brings in a steady paycheck and also do other things you love on the side. And maybe you do love that, whatever you're doing for this steady paycheck. And that's great. But if
yeah,
it's
yeah,
something else, maybe do that as a side thing, at least until you get stable. So,
yeah. Agreed. All right. Charisma Devil asks, what are your thoughts on the Nintendo Direct method of information dissemination? Do they come off as lower quality to you versus Microsoft and Sony events?
well, I guess I'll take this because Derek doesn't want to talk about Nintendo. So,
Yeah, I'll give this
no,
to you. Yes, yeah.
no, we'll both take it. But these days, I would say they are on par, just because Microsoft and Sony don't have the whole like in between stuff as much anymore. It's mostly just a constant stream of trailers, which is kind of what Nintendo is doing as well. So I think it's similar. I mean, Nintendo's directs all kind of look the same, so you can kind of if you're watching a lot of them, you might seem like, oh, this is a little boring because they're all very similar. But so far as getting information about games out, I think it's similar in the content at least. Um, excitation, getting excited about it. Maybe the Microsoft and Sony ones are more, depending what you like. But also, that's just you could go watch a game trailer on YouTube and get the same thing.
Well,
It's all
that's
kind
true
of
too. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, these they don't have like the whole like E3's done, so they don't really have the whole like bring a big like car on stage and do a thing with Forza and whatever and have all the demonstration stuff. It's just, hey, look at this, which is exactly what Nintendo does. Look at this
Yeah.
next, and then they do that. So I think
Yeah.
they're kind of the same. I don't know. What do you
Yeah, no,
think?
I think they've all devolved down to this same thing. Like even
Yeah.
like Microsoft used to be like console exclusive, Microsoft exclusive, and then they all kind of became the same thing.
Well, they don't
And
have those anymore, so
yes, yeah, there's no more exclusives. So,
no more
uh,
exclusives.
yeah, no, I don't hate them. I, I wish Nintendo would do something a little different. Like, if there's one company that could put on an in person show, it's still Nintendo. And they've kind of fallen to this whole, like, yeah, let's just do it all online and we'll be cool. And yeah. But, um, yeah, no, they're all the same. like Shadow said. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing. They just aren't the shows they used to be, all of them.
Hmm.
So I don't think it's because what'll happen is you'll see a whole show, quote show, and it will just be again, just, hey, check out this next, check out this next. And
Yeah.
then it's the whole show for like an hour and a half, or whatever it is. You have
Yep.
that big
Yep.
show, and then you go on YouTube or you're watching on YouTube, you exit back out, and then you go back in, and it's like, here's every single thing they just did, all broken up into their own trailers. It's like, then why did I watch the show? I could have just picked the one I wanted to
No,
watch and watch
exactly.
that.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
really a show, it's just a bunch of trailers. So,
Yeah. No, times have definitely changed. So yeah,
yep.
it's sad as someone that has been to these events and loved sitting in auditoriums and having people like be like, this is the shit. And then you watch the trailer with a couple thousand other people, and it's just, it's not the same anymore. So yeah. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
just
times they are changing.
they are. All right. And last but certainly not least, Altius asks, what events do you have on the con circuit in the coming months? I think I'm going to go to my first QuakeCon in August. Have any of you been?
Have you?
I have been to a QuakeCon in 92
Oh,
or 93.
oh, jeez.
Tiff actually went to a QuakeCon in 99 or 2000, but we
When
weren't
did
there
Quake come
together.
out? Quake
Uh,
didn't come out till like 94 or 5 or
yeah,
something.
QuakeCon. No, yeah. So maybe mine was more 95, 96.
Okay.
Um, but yes, so I went to the very first QuakeCon down in Texas.
Wow.
Um, Tiff went to one like 4 or 5, 6 years later. Um, it's a good time. Um, I'm surprised that they're still having. I feel like QuakeCon now is just like an idcon, not a Quake related con.
Yeah,
Um,
because Quake doesn't isn't really that much of a thing anymore.
no, like we had that other Quake game that came out like 4 or 5 years ago, but yeah, it's not on the normal rotation, but it's a fun event. It's an in-person event. People bring PCs and they do LAN parties and all this other shit. So if that's what you're into, Altius, definitely go ahead and do this. But um, yeah, it's a fun time, and it's kind of like the BYOC, bring your own computer, at PAX or PAX East or PAX West or PAX South. Um,
Or
so
too old to play con or the
yes,
LAN.
or
Yeah.
old school lands. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely like all aboard with you going, but yeah, it's just it becomes less and less relevant every year, but I think that you're still in the realm of relevance, and I think you're gonna have a good time. So, yeah. Have you
So
have you ever been?
I have not,
Yeah.
but he was also asking about other cons. And yesterday I was at the Midwest Gaming Classic up in Milwaukee, which is every beginning of every April. And it's from,
Milwaukee.
yeah, Milwaukee.
Yes.
And the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they have days set Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and so Sunday's the family day, quote family day. It's a little bit shorter day and it's at 5, but tickets are cheaper and there's a lot more kids probably. So my son and I went up there. He's 11, and yeah, it's cool. It's just they have a bunch of different floors at this convention center in Milwaukee, and the bottom floor, the very bottom when you come in is like a bunch of rooms that have card playing, like if you want to play like Magic,
Ah, okay.
Pokemon, things
Yep.
like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
There's a lot of Magic, and there's just tons of tables for that set up. You can There's people to help you out with stuff. I think you can actually just take regular, yeah, there's a whole like stack of games that you can just grab a game, play it with people. There's
Nice.
whole other rooms full of things that you can just set up your own stuff. And then you go up the next level and it's all well, there's a bunch of stuff that's like there's some guy who has a World of Nintendo set up, which makes it look like the old like 80s, 90s Nintendo setups at stores where they had all the games set up and it's like its own section. Like if you went to like, I don't know, Toys R Us was sort of like that back then. More other places, I would say. It's really cool. It's all set up to look like the old, it has like a mirror ball of World Nintendo and it has all the old like Game Boy setups and Super Nintendo setups and things like that where they're on the old CRTs. They're the actual kiosks. So that's cool. There's another room full of people who make their own systems out of existing systems, but like smaller. They'll make a Wii that they cut down the board to make it really small so they can do like a handheld,
Oh, nice.
N64s, PlayStations. Somebody had a PlayStation they made to look like a crab and they called it the Play Crustacean or something like that. Pretty
Nice.
cool. So there's that, and then you got a bunch of other games, rooms full of pinball machines and all the old systems. And they have a bunch of stages where people are doing podcasts and doing other stuff. And my son actually did the trivia thing, got up there, got the top three, and got almost won like a podcasting mic. So,
Nice.
so
So
that was
how
cool.
far is Milwaukee from Chicago?
It's about an hour, hour
Oh, okay.
15.
So it's not that.
Yeah. For at least from my house. I mean, downtown Chicago would be a little more than that, but I'm a little more northwest of Chicago, so. But there's all that, and there's a whole huge convention room full of stuff, people selling stuff. And it's mostly just people selling things, but so it's just rows and rows and rows. You know what a con looks like
Yeah.
with that stuff. But I ended up, we were there for like 5 hours and just walking around. We did it last year and it was fun, and this year it was fun too. And there's lots of stuff throughout all 3 days. I would say that if you want to really get the best stuff or the best things, go Saturday where there's more things going on. There's more people podcasting. There's
Yeah.
more. I mean, by that time, by Sunday, if you really want to get the rare stuff, it's probably already sold. I ended up getting just an NES cart that I wanted for cheap,
Oh, I'm sure you
and
did. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, River City Ransom, which is one of my
Oh
favorites from
yeah.
when I was a
Old
kid,
school.
old school
Damn.
NES. So
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
got that. But yeah, we love that, and it's close enough, and it's not Chicago, but it's actually pretty close. Parking's good, so recommend Midwest Gaming Classic if you like older games, and even if you like newer games, it has new game stuff too. So check it out. I might be going to C2E2 in Chicago,
Oh, nice.
possibly, which I forget when it is. It's soon. Uh, maybe next weekend. If it's next weekend, I won't be going, but I thought about going to that. I went to that. I've gone to that previously, so
Yeah.
there's
No.
that. And yeah,
Like I've said in the past, we love PAX East.
yeah,
Obviously, with the way they've scaled it down, you don't need to go the 4 days anymore. So, uh, we're planning on going the Thursday. We have a hotel room. And Thursday is the media hour in the morning where you get to go in before everybody else and check shit out. So I think we're only going the Thursday into the Friday and not doing the whole weekend, but I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing some friends
nice.
and then I think we're gonna stay at the a casino in Boston and oh yeah, Caesar is Paxi still in Boston. Yes. Uh, yeah. So
C2E2 is next weekend, so I can't go because I got a bunch of stuff going on. But next year,
yeah. But yeah, so we'll be there at least for the Thursday and the Friday and then uh do a day at the casino, earn my money back and call it a day. So,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, so sounds like we both do some cons, but not QuakeCon currently. But I think you'll have a good time if you try it out.
No, I would like to go back to QuakeCon at some point, especially with all of my friends that did software. Uh, like for those of you that have listened to the show for years and years, you know that I wrote uh, a a Quake server finder in the early days of Quake. So I pioneered, and I'll fucking say this. I invented sorting servers by ping. Like this was not a thing that happened prior. No, Shadow, don't make that fucking face.
I don't know what you're
No,
talking about. The audio listeners don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, no one did this before I did. So it was all of like, yeah, here's where you are, here's your lowest latency server, this is where you want to go. And I fucking pioneered this. And you can go
Nice.
on the internet and you can find this. Uh, it Before I was D Smooth, I was Iron Man with the two double square brackets.
Of course,
Iron
because why
Man's
wouldn't you?
Quake server list, and
Nice.
this was a innovation. And then QSpy came along, and all of these other things started doing this sorting
They
by
ripped
ping
you
thing.
off.
Yeah,
They ripped
but
you off.
I was the original, so yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Fuck
Cool.
those guys. Yeah. All right. Well, if you have any awesome questions like Altius or Charisma Devil or Racist Hater or Peacock 69420, give us a call 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop it over to what we're playing? Shadow, what have you been playing this week?
So I'm still playing Lost Odyssey, which is that 360 RPG from almost 20 years ago. I'm on disc 2 out of 4 and getting near the end of that. So enjoying that. It's interesting to see how, I mean, I like the style of RPG where it's you stop, you set up, you fight, not necessarily everything's just run around hitting things. I do like that too, but I do like the old style. But some of the dialogue in this is like, yeah, they probably wouldn't do that today. Like the guy, one of the characters is just like really horny, and he's always talking about the girls in the party, and I don't think they would do that anymore in a game.
No, probably
Uh,
not. No,
yeah, I mean it's it's Japanese game, but still, but it's kind of, and all the girls are just like very well endowed, so you know,
no. Yeah,
again,
yeah.
they probably wouldn't do that anymore. But so it's interesting. I like that. It's good. It's a good game so
Oh,
far.
you do like that.
And
Yeah, at least
I mean, I like the game.
we know each
I
you
like the
like.
game.
Yes, yeah,
No, I like the game.
yeah.
And also I've been randomly playing Life is Strange Remastered, which I got that pack, that and the DLC for like super cheap. I've already played the game in the past, but I just kind of want to replay it. And so I'm kind of getting through that slowly, using that for like achievements to get my achievement streak through the days and stuff.
I'm sure you are.
I'm
Yeah.
like 225 right
Seven
now, so
million days in a row.
I'm almost at like 777 achievements though. So I don't know. So that's what I've been doing. How about you, Derek?
All I did this week was Black Ops 6. So, um, we talked about it last week. There's the Jay and Silent Bob stuff coming up.
Yeah.
It's a new season. Uh, but yeah, I've been just cranking through that. I am at Prestige 10. I think I'm level 116 out of the 1,000 in
1,000.
Prestige 10. So yeah, it's I look like one of these jobless fucks that can just put all this time into Call of Duty, and I'm happy about it. So whatever. Yeah,
Hey, and you have till November because that's when the next one comes out. So
yeah, this is
I
true.
think you can do it. I think you can do it.
The
I
clock
believe in
is
you.
ticking. Yes, the
Yeah.
clock is ticking. All
And
right.
yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, on that, why don't we hop on over new releases? Only major new release out this week is Monster Energy Supercross 25. This is out for the Xbox, the PlayStation, the PC. I'm not a, a Supercross guy. I love Monster. I love their energy drinks, but
Yeah.
yeah, this is more like same shit, different day. Um, bike riding game. Like, definitely not my thing. So,
No, not my thing either. But I'm sure there are people out there who do like it, and maybe some of our listeners. So it's out this week. If you're checking it out, you probably already know it about it. Already know about it. So
yep.
we do have one more sort of coming out this week. I mean, it does, but it's South Midnight comes out. If you didn't pre-order it, it comes out on Tuesday.
Yeah,
So
we covered this
I'm
last
gonna,
week
yeah,
for the early pre-release stuff, but
yeah.
yeah.
So I'll be playing that tomorrow when that comes out because I'm interested in that. So
Nice. Nice.
yeah.
And then Caesar in chat says, do you guys think Call of Duty, Halo, and Destiny have kind of run their course? I'm really ready for something completely new. Uh, I don't think there's anything really new coming. Um, like Halo let me down. Um, Destiny, I bailed on a long time ago, but Call of Duty, I feel like still sucks me in. You don't play any of these, right, Shadow?
I mean, I don't play Destiny anymore. I played Destiny 2 for a little while after it launched, and then I just kind of fell off because it started to be just do the dailies, do the
Yeah.
dailies over and over again.
I did my
I think,
dailies earlier tonight in Call of Duty, so yes,
well,
yeah,
yeah,
I know.
that's great for some people, and it was for me for a while too. And I think Destiny is a great shooter. I didn't care about the missions at all. It was just like this is a really good shooter. It's fun shooting, and it is. It's a fun game to play.
No, it
Uh,
was, yeah, yeah.
and then, but then you gotta, for me at least, I go, okay, it's fun to play, but I want to do something else. It wasn't really grabbing me story wise, and if you wanted to know the story, you had to read all the lore separately outside of the game. Like, I don't know. I don't know if Destiny's run its course, but I think that they really have to do something different for whatever they're doing next. I do think that in society, it seems like it isn't talked about that much anymore, which is kind of weird because it's
No,
so
it's kind of
big.
fallen off. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Call of Duty is still huge. Call of Duty will probably still be huge for a while. And I think that the thing just Derek has talked about with the whole costumes and things like that is what's keeping it more afloat than just straight up, I want to like kill real people. So,
Yeah, no,
if you're just,
we had the Ninja Turtles, we had
yeah,
the Terminator stuff. Now we have Jay and Silent Bob slash
yeah,
Blunt Man and Chronic coming. So yeah, it's the novelty shit that's keeping people involved versus
yeah.
the quality of gameplay, I would say. Yeah.
I'm sure the gameplay's finding it too. It just after a while, like your question seems to imply, it kind of gets old and you think there might be something else out there. Halo, same deal. I know Derek said it let him down. It did let me down somewhat too, just with the actual uh campaign. But
Mm-hmm.
I would say that Infinite probably has some of the best gameplay for multiplayer of any of the
Oh, I
Halos,
would agree.
personally.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's a blast to play the multiplayer. It's really well done. The controls feel good. It looks great. The maps are pretty good. They could use a little more map. They could use some better maps, or they could have used some better maps. I personally haven't played it that much in a while, so there could be maps I don't know about that are out there that people are loving, and that's great. And
Yeah.
I love the gameplay. I wish the story right now was better because I miss Halo 3 era story. Halo 2, Halo 3.
Yeah.
It's gotten too Promethean, it's gotten too glowy, everything's orange and blue, and I don't care about purple. I don't care about that. I just want to have the original story stuff, which we kind of already they kind of wrapped it, so I get
Yeah.
it.
I hear you. I hear you. So,
Yeah.
all
So I don't
right.
know, man.
Yeah. Um,
But
but
good
yeah,
question.
we're getting great interaction from the chat tonight, which is a change in things from recent weeks. So,
Great.
yeah,
They're picking up the
as
slack from Selden, so
yeah, as soon as Selden went away, yeah, then all of a sudden chat stepped up.
like we got to fill
Thanks,
in because we want
Caesar.
Selden back.
All right, on that, why don't we hop on over into gaming news? First story. Um, yeah, all these stories blow. But uh, Nintendo Switch release date and everything you need to know. Yeah, it's coming. It's $450 or $500 if you want
Mario Kart.
uh the Mario Kart game. It's a thing. I'm probably buying one, even though I'll probably never play it. But even Tiff was like, "We're not buying a Switch, right?" And I was like, "No, we're getting one." So, uh,
Well, I mean, it's we've seen that the price, I don't think we have other stories about the price, the normal price. We've seen that the price of the games is probably going to be closer to $80 for the first party stuff, depending on the game. They've
yep,
said that it's going to depend on how big the game is, how long it took them to make, things like that. They're going to sort of have almost a specific pricing for every game is going to be slightly different. Mario Kart is $80, but the new Donkey Kong Bonanza game is going to be $70, and maybe other games will be 60. Who knows? But at
no
this
one
point,
knows. But
we've
they're
hit the
all way
80.
more than we're used to paying.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, and we've hit the normalized 80, I guess, for Nintendo, or at least
Yep.
right now. We'll see. But I mean, going back to look at sort of on on the cost thing, I was looking at old ads for games like in Toys R Us from like the mid 90s. And they were some of them were like
They were
for Nintendo
70 and
carts were
80
like
bucks.
70, $80.
Yes, yep.
And then it
Yep.
started to slowly go down. People got used to that, but honestly, people were buying those back then and they might have thought they were a little expensive, but they didn't have this kind of problem with them. And if you adjust that for inflation, it's double. It's 160, 150, 160 a game, and we're still only paying 70, $80. It's still a decent deal. And especially games like Mario Kart, you're buying them once for 8 years. It's just going to last you for
That's
8
true
years.
too. Yeah,
You're
yeah,
gonna just
yeah.
gonna keep playing them. So I understand with like single player games that you're gonna play through 20 hours and you're done. You don't want to spend $80 for it. I get that. But stuff that this is multiplayer. This is
You just
I
keep
love this. It's
playing
just a
over
constant
and over
keep
and
playing it over
over
and over
and
again. It's like
yes,
buying
yeah, yeah.
Halo 3. You know, whatever you spend on that, or me at least, I don't remember what I spent on that because it doesn't matter because I played it for like 6 years.
Yeah,
So,
this is true.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, we can sort of wrap that into other things because you said that you spend it 450 or 500, but that's not really probably going to be the case anymore. It's probably getting closer to maybe six, depending on world things that are going on right now. So
Oh,
if it is that,
oh.
then
So next story.
Nintendo delays Switch 2 pre-orders in the US due to Trump's tariffs. So yeah, it was supposed to go on pre-order in the US and everywhere in 2 days on Wednesday. So if you're listening to this, April 9th was going to be the pre-order date. Everyone was gearing up for that, and then some tariffs went through that kicked up prices in the areas that were making those systems, like up to almost 50%. So it's 450, it could be half that more. So it could be, 600. I don't think it probably will be, but it might be close to that. And it already people were concerned about the price at 450. It was kind of a price cut if you for Mario Kart. If you added it in, it's only $50, not
Yeah, instead
$80, because it was
it's
500.
50 instead of 80. Yeah, yeah.
Which was if you're gonna get Mario Kart anyway, you get it for $50. Okay, I get it. That's nice for digital version. But now, I don't know. It might be $700 for the bundle. And if that's the case, we are going to get two, one for me and one for my son. We may just get one for my son, and I'll just share it with him for a while until prices go
Oh, that's
down.
right,
So
because you promised him one. You
I
were
did.
like,
Yeah, that was
"This
part of
is
his Christmas
coming.
gift,
You're
Christmas
definitely
birthday.
getting a Switch too." And
Yeah.
now,
So
now that the price has been set, you're like,
yeah. So
Maybe this wasn't the wisest promise." Yeah.
we were all ready to spend, a grand for both of us together plus tax. But now if it's going to be 1,500 together, we'll probably just get the one and see. In your case, you were just going to get the one, right? You were going to
Yeah,
get
we
two.
always just start with one.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
So we'll see. They said that the date wasn't going to change, the launch date of June
Yeah,
5th,
the launch
which
date isn't changing, but when we can pre-order is
yeah,
changing.
because they're
So
kind of like, I think they're kind of just chilling and seeing if things roll back on the tariffs. And if they don't, then they'll decide how much they're going to charge for it because they're going to be spending 50% more. So
yeah,
they're going to pass that along to us, and everyone's going to be really mad. I mean, they're already really mad about that, but in
well,
general,
lots of people hate the tariffs. Just saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so we'll see. We'll see
All
what
right.
happens with that, but hopefully things change before they put in the pre-orders because I don't want to spend that much if I can help it.
Fair enough. Next story. A Minecraft movie blasts off with a bigger than Mario opening, becomes the biggest opening of a video game movie of all time. So, yeah, this movie looks super dumb as shit to me, to be honest. I
So we
saw,
went and we went and saw it on
oh,
Saturday.
you
My kids
did.
and I took
Oh,
them because they're both into Minecraft. But go
yeah.
ahead.
Like I saw the commercial with the girl that was on the date with the block-headed Minecraft guy, and
Mhm.
it just
Jennifer
looks,
Coolidge.
yes, it just looks so stupid. But
That part is just dumb. I mean, it's dumb, stupid, funny, but dumb.
uh but yeah, this is, it goes to show that people still want video game movies, and they want to go out and see something that they like. And like I'm just going to go out there and say it. To this day, the Doom movie, it, it's still one of my favorites. So,
No, really?
yeah,
I mean, I
I
can't say
love
anything
when
I have
that
not
movie
seen.
goes first person, and like, but yeah, Minecraft just not my thing. I didn't think this would be successful, but it's obviously been mega successful. Like,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I don't know.
I'm not a Minecraft guy. I have played Minecraft. I got achievements in it. I played through it for that. My son's been playing it for years. That's the first game he pretty much ever played it. We were going to Disney and we bought him it for Switch so he could play it on the plane. It was my
Yeah,
Switch, but we bought him the game. So he was 6. So he's been playing for 5 years. And my daughter just got into it recently. So she knows it. She's like, okay, well, this is the perfect timing for this. He still likes it. She likes it now. My wife did not care at all.
you
So
still like
I
it.
I
Yeah,
took
that,
the two of them. I was like, I'll take them. And I didn't expect anything. And even, or my son was like, I didn't think it was going to be good. No, it was better than I expected. I was actually kind of surprised. Like,
that,
yeah, it had some funny parts. I will give it that. There was some, you know, humor that was subtle in spaces, but man, that thing did not slow down. It was just constant the whole time. There was no space for it to get boring. So if you just
that,
want to watch something that's kind of mindless and fun and, you know, goofy, that
yeah.
has sort of a story to it. I mean, it's weird because the
I'm
actual
probably gonna
Minecraft
wait till
game,
this is at home.
oh, don't go see it. Don't go see it. We
All
saw it on
right,
IMAX. We saw it on IMAX
this
and it was
is
cool, but it's,
this is the
$60 for
worst
three of us.
selling point ever.
Don't go see it. No,
Yeah.
not you. Definitely not you.
All right.
If you have kids, you will go see it. If they've played Minecraft, you will go see it, I'm sure. I mean,
All
it
right.
made 157 million in the first weekend, which is, I mean, Mario made
It's
123, and that's
record
Mario.
breaking. Yes.
Yeah. So I figure Mario made a billion or 2 billion or something. This is gonna make a billion easy,
Oh yeah,
which
I
is
would assume so.
crazy
Yeah, yeah.
because I mean, and it's funny because Momoa is this he plays this guy who won this tournament, this gaming tournament in '89, and he's just been milking it the rest of his life. So
Oh, nice.
he's dressed like an old wrestler the whole time. He has a shop that's dying. His game shop is being foreclosed on. He has all of his games set up there, like the game he beat to to win the championship. That's his big thing, and so that's there. And but it looks like. Do you remember the Wizard, the
Oh
movie?
yes, with Fred Savage.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
looks like it was set during that time. Like the whole like area is all run down. It looks like it was in the 90s, early 90s, late 80s, and his shop looks like that. So it's weird. But anyway, so they get sucked into the mind. They get sucked in the world and they gotta save whatever. I'm not gonna get into it, but it's yeah.
yeah.
Don't go
So,
see it, but
so
you might watch it
Shadow's
when
a
it's on
super
TV.
fan of the Minecraft movie.
No, that is not what I said. Uh,
That's pretty much what he said. I'm just summarizing it.
it's like that's what I heard.
That it's literally what I heard. He's like,
Uh,
yeah, 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 Minecraft movie, thumbs up.
go see it unless you're
Yes.
Derek.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. But it
All right.
doesn't matter what you think about it. It only matters if your kids want to go see it, and you will take them
Yeah.
because you just will.
All right.
So,
So
yep,
what we learned is their movie poster's gonna be Shadow. It's fine.
it's fine. Don't go see this movie.
Yeah. 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 It's a poster quote right there. So
uh,
all right.
man.
Next story.
On the Nintendo Switch tip, we got Nintendo implements pre-order restrictions for Switch 2. Now, keep in mind, this was in place. This was the whole thing happened before the tariffs, and who knows what it's going to be like now. But what they've done is they've let you go to their website and you can click a button that says, I'm interested in this bundle or the regular Switch without the game, and they'll let you know when they're up for pre-order. They'll send you a link. If you there's restrictions because you have to have had an active Switch Online membership for
That's
at least
me.
2 years.
Like
For at
I've
least two
had
years
it for
continuously.
5 years and never used it.
There you go.
Yeah.
At least 2 years continuously without a break. And I think that it says you have to have 50
This is
hours
the
played.
part that's gonna be my problem.
And I
Yeah.
don't know if it's within a year or if it's total. But there was like a
I'm
50
not
hours
sure I
thing.
have 50 hours played lifetime, but
Yeah, so Nintendo US specified this as being a minimum of 50 hours as of April 2nd, 2025. So that's not, you don't have to. It says the pre-order selection will be based on prioritizing those with more playtime. So we will
yeah,
definitely get one because my kids both use that and I sometimes use that. So yeah, we
I
have
paid
hundreds
them
and
for the
hundreds and hundreds of
subscription,
hours.
but I don't have playtime. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You pay it and you let it sit in the closet. So
Oh, no, it's in a cabinet, not a
oh, I'm
closet.
sorry, not a closet. Cabinet.
Let's give it the credit it's
Apologies.
due. Okay.
Apologies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, apologies. So
Um,
yeah, we'll see how if anything changes now. Really everything's kind of up in the air, but I mean, I this was to combat scalpers so that you couldn't just jump on the site and get as many as you wanted or get one and have a bunch of bots get them because you have to have an account, has to have the 2 years, has to have 50
yeah.
hours played. You can't get 50 hours, or you can, but it's can really hard to get 50 hours before then actually playing a game if you don't have any on like a bunch of consoles on a bunch of accounts. So I think it's
Yeah.
kind of a good idea. And it's not saying that you can't get one without this. This is just through Nintendo
This is the
at the beginning
prioritization. Yes. Yep.
prioritization.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
I get it. And down the road, I'm sure that'll be taken away. But for right now, that's how they're doing it. So
Yeah. I'm just hoping that my subscription is what gets me one. So, yeah.
yep.
Because I certainly have not played 50 hours of
I mean, all the stores are
anything.
going to have it. And I mean, Walmart was saying if you pre-order, we can deliver it to your house by 9 a.m. day of. So there'll be
Yeah.
lots of places. And right now, pre-orders aren't even open, so who knows? But someday.
Right. Fair enough.
Next story.
All right. Next story. GTA 6's only competition for lifetime sales is the fucking Bible. Um, the Last of Us showrunner says. So, yeah, this is ludicrous. Um, yeah, I'm not even sure where to go with this, but yeah, like
I don't
it's
know.
yeah.
Why
This is what I'm
why the
feeling
Last of
too.
Us showrunner? Why the Last of Us showrunner? Why do they care?
Um, to be
What
honest,
is
I'm not sure. I'm
what is
not sure
going
why
on?
this is even a story, but for GTA 6, like if you're up in competition with the Bible, you're in a pretty good wheelhouse there. Um, so yeah, so this game is highly wanted. It's gonna sell as many copies as the Bible. Um, yeah, I got
Could be
nothing
as
else
many
on
as
this.
seven.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unknown how many copies of the Bible have been produced, but estimates suggest it could be as many as 7 billion. Obviously, GTA 6 is not going to sell 7 billion copies. But the point Mazet is making is he expects Rockstar again to once again deliver a product in GTA 4 that smashes records and raises the bar. Yeah, okay, fine. But
Yeah,
that's just a
yeah.
silly statement.
No, it is, but then
Yeah.
again, like, are there people out there like going Bible shopping or people going
No, they're in
GTA
every
6
drawer. You just go to a
shopping?
hotel and you grab one if you want one.
Oh yeah,
They're in the
you
drawers.
get the free one from
The Gideon.
the it's the Gideon's Bible
Gideon's Bible.
in
Free
the
Bible.
little thing next to your bed. Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, this is ludicrous, but um, yeah, we'll see which sells more.
We'll see. I mean, right now everybody's kind of not putting dates on their games because they want to see when GTA 6 is coming out, which is
Mm-hmm.
really annoying. It's annoying all of the people who are putting out games because they just want a date so they can go around it and
But
not be
no
anywhere
one
near
wants
it.
to release at the same time as GTA
No.
6. Yes. So.
I mean, if you are completely opposite game of GTA 6, you don't care. But if you're something that's like open world, third person, action, you don't
Yeah,
want to
you're
be around
fucked.
GTA
You're
6.
definitely fucked.
You want to be
Yeah.
like 2 months on either side of that. So,
Yep. Either show up early or show up late. Yep.
yeah, exactly. So we'll see.
All right. Next story.
Switch 2 tutorial game Welcome Tour costs $10, and Nintendo execs talk about why it's not free a free console pack-in, which I don't know if you saw the direct at all, but yeah, there was
I
this.
saw the recap. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like a game that's sort of like a tour of the system and how to use
Like
things,
it's supposed to
and
be the
there's tech
Astrobot
demos,
thing.
kind of
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Astro's Playroom type
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and Astro's Playroom is a lot more involved than this is an actual game. I guess this is sort of a game, but it's a exhibition of the new hardware, tech demos, mini games, other interactions, and they'll get to know the new system. Okay, why are you charging $10 for this? I
Doesn't
don't
make
understand
sense.
it.
No.
It doesn't make sense. It says that let's see. It's an interesting product. We're actually getting ready today, blah, 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 blah. Some people who are particularly interested in the tech and specs of the system and things like that, for them, I think it's going to be a great product. As for, and for the reason that, and just the amount of care of, sorry, and for that reason, because of all the work and stuff, and just the amount of care and work the team put into it, I think it was decided that, yeah, this feels like $10 is not an exorbitant price. Feels like a good
It's
value
probably
for
too
what you're
much.
getting
Yeah.
out of the product. Okay, but, and I get it, they had to put time and money into making the thing. They didn't have to make it at all. So I get that. But it's a little bit presumptuous to think that
Yes.
we're
I would agree.
Nintendo, we can, we will make whatever and you will buy
And
it.
you will buy it
And
from us and you will pay
we
us.
do not have to pack in anything. We packed in Wii Sports, and that was our bad because that thing would have cost made so much
Yes.
money,
Oh,
and everyone got it for
absolutely.
free. So I think that that's how they feel about things now. Is that was a mistake. They should have just sold that separately, and they're not going to do that again. Even $10, if you sell, 150 million consoles down the road, and if only every 10 people buy one, that's still a lot of millions of
Yeah.
dollars, hundreds of
It
millions of
adds
dollars.
up. Yeah.
It does. So yeah. I mean, I get it, but and people don't have to buy it, but it almost feels like you're selling a manual for the game. It
Yeah,
should come with the
yeah,
game.
no, it should. Yes, yeah, yeah,
So if you didn't have it at all and you never mentioned it, you never made it, no one would care and it would be fine. But now that you're saying, here's a manual, interactive manual, and give me 10 more
and
dollars, I'm like, I already spent 450 or 500 or 600 or whoever knows how much it's going to be.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
Fuck
yeah,
Nintendo. Yeah.
yeah, sometimes.
All
Anyway,
right. Last story. BAFTA names the most influential video games ever, and some choices are a big surprise. So, um, this is kind of the fact that even one of these games came out in the last year is ludicrous. Um, so I'll just give you the list. Number one, Shenmue. Number two,
okay.
Doom. I'm
Yeah.
all there for that. Number three, Super Mario Brothers. Number
I know
four,
what you're getting at.
Half Life. Number five, Legends of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still there. Number six, even Minecraft. I could go with
Yeah.
that. Uh,
This one. This is the one.
this is yes. Number seven, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This came out like weeks ago,
2 months ago.
2 months ago. Yeah, this does not belong on the list. And I'll just keep rolling through the list so you can
Do
see
it. Why not?
how out of place this is. Number 8, Super Mario 64. Number 9, Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
Number 10, The Sims.
Sure.
Number 11, Tetris.
Of course.
Number 12, Tomb Raider.
Yep.
Number
Yep.
13, Pong.
Pong.
Number
Who doesn't love Pong?
14, Metal Gear Solid. Number
Okay.
15, World of Warcraft.
Yep.
Number 16, Baldur's Gate 3.
All right. Now
Number
that's newer,
17,
but
it
good.
is newer, but it's part of an existing franchise. Number 17, Final Fantasy 7. Number
Yep.
18, Dark Souls, which
Sure. Souls like everyone's
yes, I'm still in on that. Number 19, Grand Theft Auto 3. This
three's
is
the one. Yeah.
yeah, it was the original, the
The big one.
OG non-top down Grand Theft Auto. Number 20, Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim.
Sure.
Skyrim is I don't think anyone would disagree with that. And number 21, Grand Theft Auto. So the only one in this list of 21 is this Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Like, what the fuck, right?
I mean, I think I've heard it's good, but is it influential of all time
No,
in 2 months? No.
no,
There's no way.
certainly not. No.
Uh, I'm sure it's good. It must be good. But geez, man, that's
Yeah,
come on. It's
it's
almost
the
like someone
one
paid them to put it on the
outlier in
list.
that list. All
Yeah.
the other ones have been around for 5, 10, 20 years, and then there's this one. It
Yeah.
it it just doesn't make sense. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's you know what though? It says it's a public opinion and votes, so it could be that a lot of people just like that game and they just review or they vote bombed it. It could be.
I guess that's probably the most probable thing is that it was vote bombed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean even Shenmue being number one over Super Mario Brothers, I think is a little weird.
Yeah, that's weird too, right?
I mean Shenmue is definitely up there for um just games that are immersive and kind of third person exploration, things like
Like
that,
I
where they're
probably
not
would have put
fighting.
Pac-Man as number 1
Yeah,
or
there are no. Are there even
Asteroids.
Atari games on here?
No.
No. Pong. That's not really Atari. I mean, it was on Atari, but yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah. I mean,
Pac-Man and
whatever. Who?
Asteroid should have been at the high end of this list. So this whole thing
Yeah,
is fucked.
it's funky. It's whatever. It's just a list. People like
I
lists,
know.
so
Yeah.
we can just forget it now and move on.
All right. Then, if any of you have news stories you want us to talk about next week, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. You can also comment on this episode's thread on the Tool to Play homepage. And if we had sponsors, we'd pimp them here, but we don't. I keep reaching out to you guys. I'm like, yeah, you're a farmer. Yeah, you have a little bookstore. Um, yeah, we don't care how much you pay us. Like, it's not about the money. It's about like getting your representation on the show. So, uh, if you want to be represented and you have something to sell, give us a call, 773-527-1, or email us at podcast@toolplay.com. Twitter us up. You can find everything Tool Player at twitter.com/Tool to Play. Everything podcast related at twitter.com/Tool to Play _got. No, that is not remotely right. Everything still got.
Eric.com.
Yes. Is at still _got_game. Facebook the fuck out of us. Facebook.com/Tool to Play. Go there. There's plenty of action in our Facebook group. So go there, join us, talk to fellow show aficionados, if you will.
And fellow olds.
Yes. And fellow olds, yes. We have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tool to Play. That is where all of our archive video content sits. Selden's questionable show. How would you describe the
Every
show?
week. I would say low angle, friendly gaming.
Yes, definitely a low angle.
Friendly. For a little while, and then he switched it.
Yeah. Once
figured out the Kinect.
Once he
Put
gets
the Kinect over the
stand.
TV
Yes,
instead
yes,
of below the TV. Yeah.
Tiff Simnisher interviews, Hits Quick Hits, Thick and Thin with LB and Duty. They are all on there, including all the episodes of this show. So definitely go there, youtube.com/Tool to Play, and absorb all of our archived content. Please rate and review the podcast in iTunes or whatever fake Android store you have. 5 stars, 5 androids, 5 robots, 5 whatevers. And then if you have a couple extra seconds, just write something nice about us. We have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/still_got_game. Go there, follow us. Now that Twitch is changing their monetization, this could be our new go-to for Tool to Play, because twitch.tv/Tool to Play is monetized and it's partnered. But just saying, twitch.tv/still_got_game, and hopefully we'll monetize this. We also have a Discord channel. That's discord.me/still_. No, it is not. It is discord.me/stillgotgame or Tool to Play/SGG Discord. But yeah, go to discord.me/stillgotgame. Go there, chat with Shadow all day long. This guy,
all day.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't even work when he's at work, because he can.
That is not true. My boss is watching this. That is not true.
Oh, yeah. If his boss is watching, that's not true. But if you go to...
It's also not true if he's not watching this.
If you go to discord.me/stillgotgame, Shadow will answer you all day long. Selden, he's in some kind of concrete bunker and doesn't get any cell service, so he will not chat with you. I will chat with you on Mondays. um, I can't commit to more than that.
If you
So
tag me, I will see it because I always have it running on my phone. So if you tag me, I will get a notification. I'll respond.
yeah, see, so drop in there and chat with us. All right, Shadow, what are you gonna pimp this week, buddy?
Uh, Being at the MGC this past weekend, I there was a booth for the kids charity that I always give money to. It's Extra Life.
Hmm,
It's extra-life.org. And I would just kind of do a donation to a guy that I know there who does 24-hour gaming every year, but there's stuff all the time. So this upcoming weekend is going to be tabletop weekend. People do, get donations, they play for a certain amount of time or whatever it is, different criteria, but it all just goes to the kids in the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So just wanted
yeah,
to pimp
man.
that this week and have people give donations to that. Also, anybody who else in the country currently is in need. I know the fires are still going. I know there's fires in South Carolina, so you know, also pimping that too. But just focus on Next Life this week. So, how about you, Garrett?
Nice. I'm gonna go back to my same old well of lafd.org. Like I just have too many friends in the LA area that have been affected by this. So people that have lost homes, people that know people that have lost homes, people that cannot just go through their normal lives. So lafd.org, go there, throw them some shekels. And then as far as the show goes, all of my personal links as well as the show links are at linktree/Derek Nolan. I know that Brian forgot to say it, but his are all at linktree/Brian S.
S.
Emmerich.
Emery. Yep, that's true.
Brian spelled correctly S and then Emerick.
Thanks,
Uh,
Derek.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, yeah. No one spells Brian with a Y. If they
No,
do, they have head trauma. But
I mean one of my best friends I think is watching tonight, and his name is Brian with an I. So
yeah,
he's
see,
correct as well.
yeah, exactly. Uh, so go there. You can find all of our links. Every week I update my link tree with, well, I guess I haven't had to in now 3 weeks, but I update it with my current charity, which is always lafd.org. I'm pretty sure Brian updates his or
Yeah,
should
I do.
with whatever he's pimping. So yeah, definitely check out our link trees and go there. And if you have extra money, um, it you'll feel good about giving money. Like I, I I know this sounds cheesy, but when you give money to something that you really believe in, you actually feel good inside about it. So yeah, um, uh, yeah, yeah. I know it sounds corny. Okay, fuck you. Uh, but yes, yeah. When I give money to something
He
that
gets a little heated when he wants to give money to
yeah,
things.
when I give money to something I believe in, it makes me feel good, and it'll make you feel good too. So, I want to remind you all, you can join us some Monday nights, probably not the next 2 weeks, at
No.
live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific at youtube.com/toolplay, facebook.com/toolplay, twitch.tv/still_got_game, and kick.com/still_got_game. And on that, why don't we wrap this Seldom Blew Us Off episode up? I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
And I'm Shadow. Well, Brian Shadow Emmerich. I'm Selden.com.
And Shadow pulled a Seldom.com.